This is Boxing Talk 8576. I want to talk about the heavyweight division, man. And why is it that we don't have many heavyweight fights on, network TV? Like, ESPN plays some heavyweight fights. HBO had Brian Jennings heavyweight fight a couple weeks ago. Showtime, they all sprinkle heavyweight fights here and there, but it seemed like boxing is blackballing the heavyweight division for some reason. I don't know why. Historically, boxing has done very well when we have, the heavyweight division is thriving. Because one thing about the heavyweight division is nowhere else to go. You have to fight. I mean, you have to fight each other. I mean, if you want to be legitimate or you want to be recognized as anything, you have to fight, the guys, within your division. There's nowhere to run. You can't go up. You can't be like, like a lightweight, and you have to, and you move to 140 and you know what I'm saying, you get to dodge and, kind of like duck people. Heavyweight division, everybody have to fight, man. In the pound for pound list, they got Klitschko, Ralimir Klitschko, the younger of the two Klitschko's. He's ranked number 3 on the pound for pound list, behind Floyd and Andre Ward on Ring Magazine pound for pound list. Um, I mean, really, Klitschko. I mean, should he be higher than that? Probably should be. Probably he should be higher than that because one thing about the heavyweight division is the pinnacle of boxing. I mean, it's like the Mount Rushmore. It's the top of the hill. It's the king of the hill. It's you know what I'm saying. It's the king of the throne, man. If the heavyweight champion is cleaning out the division and doing what he's supposed to do, and got just about he has every belt except the WBC. He got the IBF, WBO, WBA. I mean, he has the ring title. I mean, he's 62. Got 62 wins, 3 losses, 52 KOs. So he knocking people out. He got he stays active. He got pretty size amount of fights. It's just I don't know, man. It's like boxing is forgot about the heavyweight division. We got champions like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Vander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, all these guys, man. It just I don't know. We just need to. We have some good ones right now. We have some good heavyweights right now. Some of the guys I can't even pronounce their names, so I'm not gonna even try. I know Kolbert Kovalev, Alexander Povetkin, Bermain Stavern, Tyson Fury, Brian Jennings. I seen Tyson Fury fight a couple times. I seen Brian Jennings fight. I'm not really impressed with Brian Jennings. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about Brian Jennings, but I mean, he's all right. I mean, we have Deontay Wilder. We know about him. You know, bronze medalist, the only guy that got a medal the year he won, the year our boxers went to the Olympics. Deontay Wilder was the only one to come back with a medal. He has a bronze medal. Mike Perez. Mike Perez did fight Brian Jennings. That's who fought Brian Jennings, and I really wasn't impressed by either one of the fighters in that fight. We got Chris Arreola. Chris Arreola, he's fought for the world championship a couple times. He came up short. He got beat up by Klitschko. He lost to Bermain Stavern. Chris Arreola he's a pretty he's a decent fighter. One thing about heavyweights, you can't really count heavyweights out because heavyweights, it takes a little while for a heavyweight to kind of blossom. Sometimes heavyweights do better late in their careers than the earlier stages of their career. So I'm not gonna really count them out yet, but the clock is ticking. Um, Bermain Stavern and Deontay Wilder. See, this is what I'm talking about. These two guys supposed to be fighting, man, and they jousting over. I don't know. I know Deontay Wilder. He has Al Heyman, and we know how that goes with Al Heyman. We know how fighters' careers go when they with Al Heyman. it's like a no brainer. These guys should be fighting, man. Bermane Stiverne fought for the vacant WBC title from the older Klitschko, and he should be fighting. Him and Ariola fought for the vacant title. He won it. So Deontay Wilder, I guess, was next in line, or he wants to fight Bermane Stiverne, and the fight is not getting done as quickly as everyone thought it would. I guess I don't know, man. If it's going to purse bid or something, I don't know, man. See, the politics, the stupid politics of boxing, man, it just messes the sport up, man. Like, seriously, these guys should be fighting. And then Deontay Wilder should be fighting Klitschko probably next year to try to unify the titles between those two, to see who's the man, who is the king of the throne. Right now it's Vladimir Klitschko, but I would like to see Deontay Wilder win and unify the titles. Vladimir Klitschko, he's been a great champion, a great heavyweight champion in my eyes. He's clinked out the division several times. He's fighting his mandatories. I mean, what else do you want him to do? He don't have to do or prove anything else. He lose to Deontay Wilder. There's no shame in that. Deontay Wilder's a young, strong, hungry heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? I know it's another heavyweight in the UK, Anthony Joshua. But he only has like 8 fights or whatever. But I've been hearing stories about him holding his own and sparring against Vladimir Klitschko, and Vladimir Klitschko said that he liked Anthony Joshua. He said he liked Deontay Wilder too. He sparred with both of those guys, but Anthony Joshua won. He won Olympic gold, and he's a pretty big heavyweight. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the guy from the UK said that Anthony Joshua is ahead of Lennox Lewis at this stage. He's a better heavyweight than Lennox Lewis was at this stage in their career. So I don't know, but I would like to see these guys more on TV. I would like to see these guys more on undercards. None of these guys are on pay-per-view undercards. None of these guys. The best way to put these guys, you got people like Manny Pacquiao, you got Cotto, you got Floyd Mayweather. These top guys in the sports Canelo, who sell a lot of pay-per-views, and quote unquote big stars in the sport, the face of boxing. A lot of these guys are faces of boxing, in far as popularity wise, and none of these guys have heavyweights on their undercards. That is astounding. Wilder, I mean, I know he's with Al Heyman, and I know he fights on the Golden Boy promotion a lot. Why in the heck why don't they have him on Golden Boy's undercards a lot? I mean, he should be on Golden Boy. They should be pushing this guy. The guy knocks people out, man. The guy is 32-0 with 32 knockouts, man. How in the world is he not on the pay-per-views? I want to see heavyweights on pay-per-views, man. I want to see big guys go in there with big punches, know how to box. They know, you know what I'm saying? You got heavyweights know how to box, and they got big punches. I mean, the fight can end. One thing about heavyweight, the fight can end in any second, man. That's the most intriguing thing about boxing is the heavyweight division, because it can end like that. But these guys are not getting the exposure, man. And half of these guys, you can't even pronounce their names. I mean, man, come on. I don't know what boxing doing, man. They trying to blackball the heavyweight division. Maybe because it's not an American heavyweight that's at the top of the list. Maybe that's it, because Americans don't recognize a lot of these names, and usually, America is all about being number one, and we're not number one in the heavyweight division. We're number one in other divisions, so that's probably why it's recognized. The other divisions are more recognizable than the heavyweight division. But man, I'm about to keep my eye more on the heavyweight division. Start getting into this, man. Trying to look at some of these fighters' fights on YouTube, man. Since you can't catch none on network TV. But yeah, hopefully the heavyweight division come back real soon, because man, the heavyweight division needs to save boxing, man. I mean, if we can get if we can get a heavyweight tournament, I mean, well, how about a heavyweight? How about a 16 fighter heavyweight tournament in a winner fight? Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, let's do that. Let's do eight fighters, round robin, 8 fighters, 8 heavyweights. Take 8 heavyweights and let them fight, and the winner fight Klitschko. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.